Hey there, everybody. It's your friend, your ally, the ever-loving Levite Lost, coming at you once again. And seeing as how Captain Marvel is entering the cinematic universe and introducing both the Kree and Skrull, I thought it would be good to take a look at the original Kree-Skrull War, published in the early 70s of Marvel Comics. First off, I'd like to say I've read this before, and I say go read it, because it's an excellent story, excellent art. You won't be disappointed. But from here on out, there's a couple spoilers if you care about that sort of thing for a story that's older than anyone who's going to be watching this. Anyways, this opening title, Three Cows Shot Me Down, this is alluding to issue 2 of the Fantastic Four, wherein several Skrull spies were trying to infiltrate and impersonate the Fantastic Four in order to discredit them, so that they would no longer be superheroes, so that pretty much prepare the way for a Skrull invasion of Earth. And at the end, Reed Richards had hypnotized them to shapeshift into cows and to think that they actually were cows. So this is what this is referring to. Anyways, and in this moment of the story, the Vision had been struck down by those 3 Skrulls who had awakened and remembered who they were. Which opens up to a very good point I just want to highlight here in the story, where the Vision is seemingly dead, or comatose at this point, and the Avengers get Hank Pym, the original Ant-Man, to pretty much shrink down cross-eyed the Vision's body for a sort of an autopsy. And this issue in itself is just really good. Good artwork. The story is excellent here. What I want to particularly about this, there's a certain small monologue in here about Hank Pym talking about whether or not he actually cares for the ants he controls using his helmet, and he gives this monologue about having to hear an ant scream in agony, which is really touching. It's the sort of thing in old comics you wouldn't really necessarily think about it, but when it's brought up like this, it becomes a really powerful moment in just looking into the mind of these characters. And like I say, the story is really great. It's the Kree-Skrull War. The majority of this focuses partly on the Avengers, but also on the original Captain Marvel and his sidekick at the time, Rick Jones. He used to be the sidekick for the Hulk. So, and major spoiler for anything in this story. This is the story where Hawkeye seemingly died. At this point in Marvel history, Clint Barton, who most everyone knows as Hawkeye, was calling himself Goliath. Hold on, I'll see if I can find a photo. I can't find one. Oh, there we are. It's kind of small. Zoom in. You see there? That's Goliath. That's Clint Barton. He was using the same type of formula Hank Pym was using to shrink and to grow in order to grow himself up to a larger size, calling himself Goliath at the time. And he ran out of this super growth formula just as he had gone onto a Skrull spaceship and was pretty much bluffing them into not attacking him straight away, trying to figure out what to do. And that was his last appearance for decades within the Marvel Universe. Everyone thought he was dead, and he was dead. They killed him until he was brought back in the aftermath of House of M. At the end of House of M, Scarlet Witch kind of reset the universe, and part of that was bringing Hawkeye back to life. So, anyways, just a strong recommend. It's a good story, good art. It had a long-lasting effect within the comic book universe itself, which I can't say for a lot of stories coming out now. The impact of this book was pretty strong. Anyways, that's all I got to say about that. I'll talk to you next time here on the Levite Lost.